Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Monday, June 17th, 2024, and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Rigoni?
Here.
Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Trustee Savaria?
Here.
Attorney Lamore? Chief Chalepis?
Here.
Administrator Pisha?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barika?
Present.
Clerk Schubert is present, and we have quorum tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you, clerk. If everyone would please stand with me and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on here is what's called the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and are enacted in one single motion. Unless a trustee wants these items removed, there's no separate discussion of these items. And I ask at this time if anyone would like to remove any of these items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Savaria, second by trustee Petro. We will go through these items. Trustees will read from the staff reports so that those who are in the audience, as well as those who will be watching at home or at a later date on the website, knows what the village board is voting on. And we're trying to keep transparent government here. The first item on here was the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on June 3rd of 2024. And the next item on here is the approval of the bills, and we will go to trustee Ledden for that report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the disbursements for this period total $544,811.09. That is made up by the general corporate fund totaling $237,809.72. The motor fuel tax fund totaling $32,272.36. Capital Development Fund totaling $55,134.59. The Sewer Water Operation and Maintenance Fund totaling $127,478.15. And the Sewer and Water Extension Fund totaling $92,116.27. Those are the bills for tonight.
All right, thank you. We have several items from the Committee of the Whole, and the first report we will go to trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. Liquor Code Amendment, Chapter 113, Ordinance. At its June 12, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed an amendment to Chapter 113 of the Municipal Liquor Code. The proposed amendment adds a definition for a bowling alley and revises the definition of the B1 classification as follows. Class B1, bowling alley permitting bar and no carryouts. Class B1 licenses shall authorize the retail sale of alcoholic liquor for consumption upon the specified premises at or over a bar, a service bar, and or at tables in conjunction with the sale of food and the operation of a bowling alley. The sale of alcoholic liquors for consumption off the premises where they are sold or carryouts is expressly prohibited. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to amend Chapter 113 of the Municipal Code as presented. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance amending the Village of Frankfort Code of Ordinances, Chapter 113, Intoxicating Liquor, Section 113.02, to add a definition for a bowling alley, and Section 113.18 to revise the B1 liquor classification, bowling alley, permitting bar, no carryouts.
Okay, thank you, trustee Petro. The next item on here, we'll go to trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item 2 tonight is the 2024 Water Main Replacement Program Bid Award Resolution. At its June 12, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed 3 bids submitted for the village's 2024 Water Main Replacement Program. This year's program includes water main improvements in 2 separate locations, including South Walnut Ridge Court, South Butternut Circle, and Kansas Street between Ash Street and Oak Street. The village received bids from 3 contractors for the water main improvements. The lowest bidder was PT Farrell Construction in the amount of $1,193,000. $1,383. It was a consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to accept the low bid and award the contract to PT Farrell Construction Company. The motion before us tonight is to accept the recommendation of the committee of the whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the Village of Frankfort and PT Farrell Construction Company for the 2024 water main replacement program in the amount of $1,193,383.
Thank you, trustee Savaria. The next item on here, we will go to trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. Pickup truck purchase approval resolution. At its June 12, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole considered a request from Superintendent Terry Kestel to purchase a new 1-ton pickup truck for the Public Works fleet to replace an existing truck with mechanical issues. Staff received discounted government pricing from Curry Motors and Phillips Chevrolet for a 1-ton pickup truck with comparable options. Superintendent Kestel sought the committee's approval to accept the low quoted price and purchase a 2025 Chevy 3500 from Phillips Chevrolet in the amount of $49,623.03. It was a consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to authorize the purchase of the replacement pickup truck. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Phillips Chevrolet of Frankfort for purchase of a 2025 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD four-wheel drive regular cab work truck in the amount of $49,623.03.
Thank you, trustee Rigoni. Now we will go to trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mayor. Item C4 is the dump truck purchase approval resolution. At its June 12th Committee of the Whole meeting, also considered a, the Committee of the Whole also considered a request from Superintendent Kessel to purchase a 2024 International HV 507 truck equipped with snow removal equipment to replace an existing 2.5-ton dump truck with mechanical issues. Staff received competitive bid pricing from Rush Truck Center and Monroe Truck Equipment through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program for the dump truck and snow equipment. The cost of the fully equipped vehicle is $244,079.07. Was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board. And the motion before us tonight is to accept the recommendation of the committee of the whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the Village of Frankfort and Rush Truck Centers for the purchase of a 2024 International HV 507 truck equipped with a dump body and snow removal equipment in the amount of $244,079.07.
Thank you, trustee Borelli. Now we will go for the final item on the Committee of the Whole report, and we'll go to trustee Tian Rossi.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Self-contained leaf truck purchase approval resolution. At its June 12, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole considered a request from Superintendent Kestel to purchase a new self-contained leaf truck for the village's leaf collection program. The village's leaf collection program for residents runs from the third week in October until the week after Thanksgiving each year and requires significant staff hours and uses the same trucks required for snow removal. The new self-contained leaf truck only requires one operator and offers other benefits including increased leaf pickup efficiency, increased staff flexibility, capability for branch collection in the summer, and extended leaf collection beyond traditional dates due to not being used for snow removal. Superintendent Kestel sought the committee's approval to purchase an ODB Extreme Vac from Standard Equipment through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchase Program for $349,860. It was a consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to authorize the purchase of the self-contained leaf truck. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the Village of Frankfort and Standard Equipment for the purchase of a 2024 ODB Extreme Vac DCL 1000 SE Freightliner M2 chassis in the amount of $349,860.
Okay. Thank you, trustee Rossi. That is all the items on the consent agenda, and we will now go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Ledden.
Yes.
Trustee Petro.
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni.
Yes.
Trustee Rossi.
Yes.
Trustee Savaria.
Yes.
Trustee Borelli.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. The next item that is on here from the Plan Commission, we'll go to trustee Ledden in just a moment. There are Two items on here will be, trustee Ledden, you'll be making the motion on each of these. We will then need a second. There'll be discussion allowed at that point, and then we'll go to a vote, and we'll take them one at a time. But if you want to start with the report, and then we'll go to motion one. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor. So this item is Planet Fitness Special Use Permit located at 20825 South LaGrange Road. Applicant Black Duck Partners plans to operate Planet Fitness, a gym fitness facility within the southern portion of the tenant space currently occupied by Bargain Mania in the Frankfort Town Center. Planet Fitness is proposing a 20,450 square foot tenant space, which is approximately half of the existing Bargain Mania's space. The Planet Fitness facility will feature weight training, a wellness pod, tanning beds, a beauty angel machine, and automated massage chairs. To accommodate the proposed business operation in the B2 Community Business District, the applicant requests the granting of a special use permits for indoor recreation and extended hours of operation, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At the May 9th, 2024 public hearing on the project, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous recommendation for the special use permit for indoor recreation and a split 4-2 recommendation to approve the special use permit for extended hours of operation, 24 hours. At its June 12, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole discussed the project and voiced their preference to see a modified schedule of 24/5 rather than 24/7 for the club hours. The applicant has amended their application for the special use permit for extended hours of operation as follows. Monday through Thursday, it would operate at 24 hours a day. Friday, it would be open from 12 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays would be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Sundays would be 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. The first motion before us this evening is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a special use permit for indoor recreation to the property located at 20825 South LaGrange Road to permit the operation of Planet Fitness, a gym fitness facility in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and findings of fact, and conditioned upon the final approval from the building department that the rear egress door shall remain closed at all times to avoid emission of sound beyond the tenant space.
Okay, so we have a motion from trustee Ledden that's on the floor. Can we get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Savaria. Is there any discussion from the board on this item? Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to comment that we did have a healthy discussion about this at the last Committee of the Whole, and it was noted that they talked about the modified hours, but one other thing that we discussed was the parking deficit of 279 spots in that plaza known as the Butera shopping area. Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion from the board on that? I do have the comment out of the staff report and analysis, page 3 on parking. It's end of the first paragraph. It is generally accepted that this plaza is not deficient based on actual demand and could even be considered to have a surplus of parking. There's no further discussion. We'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Petro.
No.
Trustee Rigoni.
Yes.
Trustee Rossi.
Yes.
Trustee Savaria.
Yes.
Trustee Borelli.
Yes.
Trustee Ledden.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Okay, thank you. Trustee Ledden, if you would read the second motion, please.
Sure. So the second motion before us this evening is to accept the Plan Commission's recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a special use permit for extended hours of operation. The hours would be 24 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, Fridays from 12 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. To the property located at 20825 South LaGrange Road to permit the operation of Planet Fitness, a gym fitness facility in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and findings of fact, and conditioned upon final approval from the building department that the rear egress door shall remain closed at all times to avoid emission of sound beyond the tenant space.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Ledden. So we have a motion from Trustee Ledden. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Rossi. Any discussion from the board on this second motion? Trustee Burley.
Mayor, I appreciate the applicant revisiting the 24/7 and making the concessions on the weekends. I would have liked to see it the entire week, especially those wee hours of the morning between midnight and 4 or 5 a.m. But I appreciate what they came back with. Thank you.
Okay. Any other discussion, board members?
Just one quick question. There was a discussion at the committee of whole about if the special use would be removed if there was any type of issue. How is that defined?
If there's an issue with the special use and you want to do a revocation, if there's a problem, then
Right.
it would come back before the board for action based on information that will be provided, and the board could take action to say that they want to revoke the special use.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. No further discussion. We'll go to our clerk for the vote.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
No.
Okay.
Motion carries.
Thank you, clerk. And thank you, Planet Fitness. We're looking forward to that, and also that creates some possibilities in that space, which, as we had been told a long time ago by Butera, who is the owner of that space privately, that they'll be looking at possibly some other tenants. And thank you for your patience. Now we go to the next item, which is the mayor's report. And we have quite a few things on the mayor's report today. Again, lots of things happen in Frankfort always. So the first one, I'm very excited to announce the launch of the village's new Nixle Everbridge emergency notification system. This is an advanced tool that will allow us to send real-time alerts directly to your mobile devices, to your email or landlines. This ensures that you stay informed during emergencies and critical events. This Nixle Everbridge system enables real-time, two-way communications and allows the village to send geo-targeted voice, SMS, email, or social media messages. So this is based on where you live. So that there's a water main break on your street, you'll get that information. You don't necessarily want to know what's happening across town for a water main break, but this is very specific to you, which is more important. Too many messages, sometimes people start to ignore them. The system is a significant step forward in enhancing our community's safety and communication. And in order to participate in this program, you must sign up by visiting the village or police department Facebook page or the village website at frankfortil.org under What's Happening. Now, if you've already signed up for Nixle, you're going to have to go in and add a few more things to sign in so that they can get your location, if you want to do that. It's a great program, and again, we're trying to improve the communication, the timeliness, and also make sure our residents stay safe and informed. Cruise in Frankfort continues every Monday night. It's going on right now. It's through September 30th, and it's from 5 to 8 in downtown Frankfort. Some great classic cars there always. Friday on the Green continues every Friday through July 26th. There's no program on July 5th. This is a really great program that we partner with our Frankfort Public Library. It's their outreach, gets them out in the community, and encourages summer reading and summer learning for everybody. This Friday, the entertainment and educational program is about incredible bats, which I'm sure there's things we're all going to learn about bats. Frankfort Country Market continues every Sunday through October 27th. It's from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. It's in downtown Frankfort. You always find some great things there. Trustee Savari and I were just talking about black garlic and what we might, I didn't even know that existed, but it's an amazing thing that we have. We have such a fantastic market down there. Our concert on the Green just started this last weekend with Father's Day. The concert entertainment for this Sunday coming up is No Turn on Red, and this is a funk band. They'll be performing from 6:30 until 8 p.m. You can visit thefrankfortchamber.com for the concert on the Green schedule. Our Frankfort Park District is hosting its 24th annual short run on a long day, which is a 5K run and walk, and that's this Wednesday, the 19th. It's at 7 o'clock with Main Park, and please be aware that there will be street closures along that route. That'll occur from 7 p.m. until 8:15 p.m. Details on this run and registration forms are available at frankfortparks.org. Our Get Hooked on Frankfort Fishing Derby was going to be held this Saturday, June 22nd. It's at Prairie Park at the pond there, and it's for youngsters from age 3 to 12. Registration is required, so make sure you go to our website, frankfortil.org, for more information. The next Cone with a Cop event is scheduled for Tuesday, June 25th, and that's from 1:30 to 3 p.m., and that's at Culver's Restaurant, which is on LaGrange Road at 20592 South LaGrange. Join members of the Frankfort Police Department for conversation and a free ice cream cone. The Will County Sheriff's Department will provide a canine demonstration there as well. They're great partners of ours at 2 p.m. There is a rain date of June 30th as well, in case that takes. And while we're talking about the police, on Father's Day, there's a very unfortunate and potentially very dangerous situation that took place. So it's called a swatting event. Somebody called in a false report that there was an active shooter at Home Depot, and it spread very quickly on social media, and misinformation was out there. I highly encourage people, because we can't all be monitoring social media all the time and all these different sites, is if there's something that you hear or is reported, to go to one of the official sites, either the Village of Frankfort's Facebook page, social media, but certainly the Frankfort Police Department in a situation. And you can copy and share their information. That shut down some of the wild conversations that were going on. It was unfortunate. There were people that had to be locked inside. Our police, working with other jurisdictions, did a tremendous job. They take this seriously, and this is not how we want our community to operate. We're here to help each other and support each other. So when you see misinformation going out there, reference one of the official sites and please share that information back onto that site so that it doesn't continue to spin out of control. I know we all want to take care of each other, and we're all looking out for each other. And our police and our partners and the SWAT team did an amazing job. So thank you very much. That's all for me for the mayor's report tonight. And we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Just reminders for our next meetings coming up. The next village board meeting is Monday, July 1st, here at Village Hall at 7 p.m. And the next committee of the whole meeting will be Wednesday, July 10th, right here at 5:30. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you, clerk. Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, I did get to see the Everbridge Nixle system in action yesterday with that storm alert. You know, phone was blown up in many different ways, but I was glad to have that information, even though it didn't really materialize, but nothing you can do about that since it was expected. And I just would like to wish all of you happy Father's Day. I hope you had a good Father's Day and were able to enjoy some time with your family. And also, Clerk Schubert, I'm very grateful for the summer attire with the 95 degrees out there. So thank you for that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Zavaria.
I was just wondering if Trustee Borelli is going to continue his tradition of running the short run on a long day.
I'll wait till my comments to respond.
That's all I had.
Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple items that it looks like 2 Smith Street was striped, and that should be open soon for another area of parking. Just a reminder that that is closed during Farmers Market. Once that's done, then we'll move on to the parking lot on White Street, as well as then a number of people have reached out regarding the park. I would encourage you to continue to follow on social media, or like the mayor had mentioned with the Nixle, is that what's happening. There's always some great information if social media isn't your thing, to go ahead and follow up with what's happening with the park in downtown Prairie Park, as well as then the Fiper Road update as well. Thank you.
Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. I hope all the dads on the board and in Frankfort had a wonderful Father's Day weekend. I know summer is just getting started, but I also want to think about Labor Day, which is kind of our mark of the end of summer here in Frankfort. If you haven't volunteered for the Frankfort Fall Fest, definitely check out their website. They're looking for volunteers 13 and older. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I think, the short run on a long day is one of the great events we have here in Frankfort that the Park District runs, but it's a the only run that goes through the neighborhoods and not in the trail. I know the police aren't crazy about it, but it's tough to man, I get it, but, it is fun. And it'll be a game time decision as to whether or not I run it. We'll see. That's all I have.
Trustee Rossi?
Actually, Mayor, I have no comments tonight.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight? Okay. All right. We're at the point, it's called public comments. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment before the village board tonight? Okay. Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Borelli, second by trustee Rigoni. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.